Before we get started, I have some house cleaning that I want to get out the way real quick, and it's in the form of some movie titles that I forgot to show off in my last couple of videos. Starting with My Cousin Vinny. This is one of my top 5 favorite comedies of all time, and a good little, I guess, crash course on how the legal system works. And just this is a classic right here. Joe Pesci, Marissa Tomei, the movie that won her an Oscar. I remember my dad put me onto this movie back in the day, and I've loved it ever since. And finally, for the letter O, I have Obsession, which at the time when I did my video, when I showed off all my movies that start with the letter O, I did have a copy of this, and this is right now my top 5 favorite movies of the year, so I had a Blu-ray copy of it. Alrighty, now that that's out the way, let's get into the actual collection.
Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Bigful B of the Lassiter Factor, and I am back with another movie collection video. Today, I'm running down all the movies I own that start with the letter P, so let's get into it. Starting with the Pacific Rim movies. I have the first movie and the second movie. The first movie, 2010's classic, and the second movie, not as good as the first, but I still got some enjoyment out of it. Both of these movies are just dumb fun, and that's all I ever get out of those movies. We are canceling the apocalypse. Next is an underrated Michael Bay film, and that is Pain and Gain, which I'm looking to upgrade to Blu-ray at some point. But yeah, this is one of the better Michael Bay films, and it's a dark, unintentional comedy. My only gripe about this one is that it's based on a true story where people actually died, and you turn this into a dark comedy and just, but overall, still an entertaining film. Next is a severely underrated David Fincher film that I hope we get a Blu-ray copy of one day, but for right now, we just have a DVD, and that is Panic Room. I remember buying this out of a thrift store one day. I used to watch this on HBO and Cinemax all the time, and I just love this movie. It was a nice little bottle film. Next is Piece by Piece, the Lego Pharrell Williams biographical film. This is one of the most creative biographical films I've seen in a long time. The animation is beautiful, and it was a movie for people of my generation that loves Pharrell's music and the impact he made. Next is a Disney classic, and that is Pinocchio. I also have another Disney classic, Peter Pan. Let's talk the Pirates of the Caribbean, starting with The Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, At World's End. Now, those are the only copies of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies that I own on only DVD. I'm gonna upgrade those to Blu-ray at some point. I have a lot of movies I need to upgrade to Blu-ray, but I do have both a Blu-ray and DVD copy of what's it called, On Stranger Tides. It's just in a DVD case. They used to do that back in the day. I don't know why. And then I also have a Blu-ray and DVD copy of the last film, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Let's talk the Planet of the Apes. I have the box set of the original Planet of the Apes, the first 6 films. That first film, classic, one of the best plot twists of all time. I have the Tim Burton remake with Mark Wahlberg. Not as good, but I have it for nostalgic reasons. And then, of course, I have the Caesar trilogy, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is not just my favorite of this trilogy, but in my opinion, the best in my opinion. I just love this movie it's just a cause and effect type movie. Of course, a lot of people would consider this the best of the trilogy, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and they're not wrong. So yeah, War for the Planet of the Apes, and of course, the latest film, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Get your stinking paw off me, you damn dirty ape! No! Sorry, I had to get that off my chest for a sec. Next, I have the Pixar Shorts Volume 1 and Volume 2. I haven't actually sat down to watch all of these, but I have seen a good chunk of them because I used to play them in front of a lot of the earlier Pixar films. I have both a Blu-ray and DVD copy of Pocahontas right here. When I ordered a Blu-ray copy of this movie, it didn't come with the cover, it just came with the disc inside the case, but I still hold on to this. Next is Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. This is one of my favorite steelbooks, actually. It has the first Pokemon movie, Pokemon the movie 2000, and Pokemon 3. Oh, Detective Pikachu, one of the better comic book films from the past, let's say, 10 years as of right now. I have the original Poltergeist. This is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I used to watch this every Halloween, but now it's like every other Halloween, but I just love how they pull this movie off with the visual effects, and it's actually one of the few movies that actually scared me because it was basically a neighborhood that was built on top of a cemetery. Yeah, that'll scare the shit out of me. Next is the Power Rangers movie from 9 years ago. This movie flopped because this movie didn't get a sequel because it flopped at the box office, and I will never forgive audiences for that, but I get it. Let's talk about Predator. I have the Predator box set, which has the first 4 films on there. Then I have Prey and Predator Badlands. I have my second favorite animated film of all time, The Prince of Egypt. I love this movie so much. To me, The Lion King and this movie are prime examples of why animation is cinema, and it is not just a genre for kids, but it is a medium that can tell amazing stories such as this. And it's one of the few movies that I'm not asking for a live action remake, but I wouldn't be opposed to it just to see how they would pull it off. I have the Princess Diaries 2 movie collection, and Hathaway's on a generational run right now, and it all started with this movie right here, The Princess Diaries. But yeah, I like those movies. I think they're pretty charming. Next is The Princess and the Frog, which I did not grow up with, but like for obvious reasons. My only issue with this movie is just the middle section where she turns into a frog herself, and that just always left a bad taste in my mouth, that's all. Next is Project X, one of my favorite found footage films of all time. Purple Rain, rest in peace. Ooh. My favorite Quentin Tarantino film of all time, Pulp Fiction. Say what again? Say what again? And finally, The Punisher, the Thomas Jane version from 2004, and in my opinion, the best Punisher movie, in my opinion. I love this movie. If you saw my video about my top 10 favorite comic book and superhero movies of all time, you know that this clocks in at number 10. This is one of those movies that changed my brain chemistry. So those are all the movies I own that start with the letter P. What did you think of those picks? Do you own any of those picks? Let me know in the comments section below. This is your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.